How can I run on 30%? So how do we do it? How do we do 70-30? We don't owe anybody nothing. It's achievable because we're debt free.
This is it, guys. We're starting a podcast.
Yeah, you rolling?
Yep.
70-30. We're back at it again. So round one of the podcast. So Daniel, what's it like being at Top Pitch at 70-30?
It's been pretty good. I was just very shocked, I guess, when I first started to see how transparent everyone is, especially with Ben and the percentages that we're going to be getting and breaking down the scopes and everything.
It's definitely a deal changer. You know, there's probably a lot of guys out there scared of it, and I get it because it's like...
No, it makes sense though, because I know at the previous company I was at, they would only take jobs if it's 35% margin at least, and we make 15% gross. So if you just do the math from the 35% profit they're making, you're making less than 50% from that math.
What made you give this a try?
So initially, like when I first saw the ad that you guys posted, I was just starting at the other company. So I was kind of just curious and finding out more. So I called Ben, and then I was like, is this real? Because at that point, I didn't know too much about roofing. So I was kind of just curious. But when I heard that you guys were in Jackson and I was like an hour 30, I didn't want to just like jump ship too quickly because I wanted to give the other company a try, and I kind of like the owners. They seem chill. And then, yeah.
You figure, what's it take? 30 days of your life to figure out if this is real or not?
Yeah, and you don't really lose anything. Just try it out for 30 days. You see that everything they're saying is legit.
Yeah, don't take
And you
long.
find out like your life is gonna like change from the amount of money that you're gonna make.
You know, it's crazy. So many things coming out of this lead generation. We know you got the guys out there that only like having leads. So now it's turned into a full-blown lead gen with a sister company. Going to supply guys with leads for those guys that need leads. You know, and I get it. Knocking doors is a scary thing. So we're probably getting 10 calls a day. A lot of them are asking about lead generations. How are your leads brought to your sales guys? How do you transition them from leads to your guys? Well, guys, you're getting what you asked for. Lead generation, here it comes. Daniel, what do you think?
In leads, you get the indirect benefits as well from like referrals and just building up more of a presence in that area as well. So it's not even just like you'll profit this amount, but you can also work the referrals, and all that is just like free business that you get.
I mean, if you cloverleaf every lead, you're going to generate, I mean, that's just 4 doors, you know, per se.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in a good subdivision, you're looking at 10 more doors, and you're already there. Why the hell wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I just spoke to so and so, you know. I just filed their claim. That's your end.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it depends on the lead. We've all heard the war stories, or most of us have, you know, from good and bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard both. So you never know what you're gonna get until you start getting them. I've had some slung at me, and it was like they were all mud. I mean, you didn't even want to go.
So were they verified leads or no? Did anybody talk to the homeowner?
Supposedly. There was some I went to. That's when I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I just stopped doing it altogether. I'm like, this is a waste.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who.
So let's say that let's say I handed you a lead that the office verified before it got handed to you the same day that it came in.
That should be a laydown.
Yeah.
The way we work, as good as we're supposed to be at a door anyway,
Yep.
if you're giving that and you don't get it, you have an issue with me. Those are laydown leads. That's what I call a lead. A real lead is a laydown.
Without having to knock it
They
off.
already got the check made up. They just need another number put in.
But I feel like with a lead, they've made up their mind. They called for a reason.
So guys, we're going to touch on transparency. You know, I've got some calls on, well, how do we know? How do we know this is a 70-30? Well, guys, how you know this is a 70-30? Because you know the cost of materials. You know the cost of your labor. You know the cost of your dumpster. You know, you got a QuickBooks debit for every policy or homeowner. You can come into the office and request it at any time. Most of the time it's already in the file. Very easy, very simple to get to. You don't have to send in an email and wait 5 days. When you guys come in or request it, it gets emailed to you immediately. That's how you keep 70-30 above board, and you know exactly what's going on with your project. You turn in your check. Where are you at with yours? You've got to pick up a check. Have you asked for any verification? Have you asked what labor costs? What have you asked for?
I have asked for that.
You're just rolling through right now. Okay.
Set trust right there, baby.
Yeah, I did numbers in my head, so I know kind of what I think I'm gonna look for.
I think that house is somewhere around $8,000.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't do your numbers.
Yeah, I did numbers wrong.
You didn't even realize that you were making on it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Is the math correct if we just do like 225 all in, divide
That's
that
what I
by
did,
how much you
225 all in.
get per square? Like, let's say insurance is paying 420,
Yep.
and you just do 225 divided by 420, and you find the percentage profit.
Well, you got your labor.
Yeah.
You got your dumpster. Here we go back to the dumpster again. Yeah. Yep. You got your OSB. You got all your cost. But when you go out there and look at it and see what's there, you can add it up. And you guys ought to know what you're getting paid before I know what you get paid. Only thing I know is 70-30 is real. But
Yeah,
it-
we got the scope, so we can work out the math.
you can do your numbers right there. Bailey, when you call the office, hey, what are we getting charged per square? What are our labor cost? You can ask for a printout on that. Printout is going to give you the idea, because it's going to say, okay, check number 1123 wrote to Selvin Reyes or ABC or the Dumpster King or whatever it goes to. Then you take what's left, do your 70-30. There's your numbers, man. The office don't ever have to tell you what something cost. You're already going to know what it cost, especially if you got a calculator on these iPhones. I know all you guys do. I know Robert does what he calls me about what stuff costs.
But yeah, this is a good deal. Hands down. It's real. We hear it, I've heard the questions from people in the business. Is it not? It is. I mean, we're set up with a good system, a good owner. The phone always gets answered. The questions get answered. The guys that are in this group, we are a group. I can't say enough about them. They listen. They we communicate well with each other. There's no telling each other, no, I'm not going to. There's dropping a pin to me. I'm coming out to a subdivision. We're working together all day, and we're enjoying it. We're becoming a better group every day, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
It's almost like a family.
Yeah, it is like a family. Because the other day I was hung up for an adjuster meeting in Thomaston. I called Bailey. I was like, hey, Bailey, I need some help out in Covington. What'd he do? Jumped right on it. I mean, he was the first one there to do it for me.
Forgot my pause, but I was there.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? So I think we had 15 applicants between yesterday and today for our sales guys. And when you're starting to get the kind of volume that we're starting to get, you can kind of pick and choose to who you bring to our little team. You want the team to be right. You want the right atmosphere. You want the right air around everybody here. Got some really big guys. Hey, man, I do 2.5 million. Hey, I do 4 million. I do this, I do that. I'm ready for 70-30. I want to see if it's real. But then you think about it, man, some of these guys come with a lot of things, and I said in the beginning, hey, we don't want to load this down with 30 guys. We want to make it efficient and make it turn. Absolutely. And that's another part of this too. We won't start on the culture, but we can talk about how us and our friendships and everything runs as a team. I guess culture, you kind of build it as you go, and it comes together as our bond as a team. Man, I enjoy all of y'all. I like to see you grow. It's funny, I want to see you build your wealth. Everybody says, man, 70-30, I can't tell you. Man, you've got to be the dumbest guy in the universe. No, I just want to help people.
That's right.
I want to help people succeed. I want to let the next person generate wealth. I just want to be along for the ride. I like the ride.
Something done to make the cut.
Shut up.
Something done to make the cut. Oh,
On 30%. And I was just like, that's the thing. We don't need that.
So
Our partner
That's right.
That's the key. That's what they don't get because they have that debt. I know these
Can you
guys.
answer that question?
Yeah, how can I run on 30%? I don't need 1%.
Right.
Top pitch is made. It's here. It's not going anywhere. Top pitch can run all this around year round and live off a rebate at the end. It's proven. Look at some of your big players out there that are mass producing houses. They do it. They live off rebates at the end. Anybody from the South Side, I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm talking about. I think he just sold out for what, 150 million? Lived off rebates this whole time. Man, we could do the same thing here. So 30% is just raindrops in a bucket. It just sweetens the deal for me. Sweetens the deal for top pitch. So how do we do it? How do we do 70-30? It's easy. We don't owe anybody nothing. 70-30 is it's achievable because we're debt free. What matters right now is the salesman making money to take care of them and their families. I can wait till the end of 12 months. I can do a yearly. So 70-30, that's how we can make it here. You know what's crazy is when you see all these guys saying 70-30, there is no way. So I hear I'm the most viral roofing company on the internet. That's pretty cool. But what I still don't understand is all these door-to-door guys that have been doing it so long, how can you not see that 70-30 is achievable? Have you guys been misled for so long that you can't do your own numbers? It's an open book here. Give me 30 days and you'll see how 70-30 is achievable. What's 30 days of your life if it gets you 25%, 30%? That's huge when you're talking about $1 million of sale a year, $500,000 in sales a year. It's up to you guys.
These owners know it's real, that's why they're so pressed about it.
Oh man, they have.
That is why. They do know it's real. And they do know the reasons why they can't do it. They have too much debt.
Hey.
Owners who are mad.
When you're buying your guys' trucks to own them, that's what they do. These guys
Don't even buy them. They don't even buy them. They're financing them. And that's why you can't make 70-30 because you're making all these notes.
Yep.
It's funny, I got contacted this week. Man, if you want to hire my guys, you're going to have to take the truck notes. You're soliciting my guys. But it's funny because I know where those guys came from.
I do too. It's funny.
And they don't.
And I've told them the truth about it. I've told them straight up to the truth about it and what we've just talked about now. And the truth is still there. It hasn't changed. The man doesn't owe that. He doesn't have all that debt that he has to pay. It's paid for. It's paid off. This is real. This is not a game. It's happening.
Shane, what do you think about those guys that finance trucks for their sales reps and then they feel like they own them?
They own them. That's
And then they want to be mad at the next guy for trying to give them a better way.
because they're greedy. That's one word in this industry. When you realize you're in a bad place, I'll just say it for you. And I don't give a shit who it pisses off. If the word greed ever comes up around in any way about the people that pay you, leave. Stop at that point because you're in the wrong place. You're going to waste time trying to make someone else happy and make them richer, and they don't give a shit about you. This guy does.
So
He might turn his back on me in about a year or two, but we're going to be so damn rich, we won't give a shit.
Hey, and that's the thing. So that got said to me. Oh, you got one of my washouts, but I think you've put 20 on the board. It's crazy. One man's guy is one way, but when he comes
jealousy.
somewhere else,
It's jealousy and hate.
another.
And greed. I can't make you more money. So now all you can do is hate and be jealous.
Yeah.
Tighten up your thumb, dog, because I ain't there no more.
It's all good though.
It is all good.
We forgive you.
I'm good with it. I ain't quite there yet, but I'm good.
Daniel, you've got a list that you've broke down. You've got it pretty itemized up. How to become a millionaire in roofing. Was it a year?
Yeah, so I try to calculate how much sales I would need to generate to make $1 million in commission. And how I got to that number was I just did the 70-30 kind of, and I did some math, and I think visually it would look better if we like wrote it down. But
We'll put it up.
okay, yeah,
Put it
but
up while you're talking.
But yeah, basically to make $1 million in commission, I would need to sell. We would need to profit 1.4 million for the company, and I would make $1 million in profit in commission, and meaning that I would need to sell 3.57 sales per year. And the reason I broke it down was because I just wanted to get to the number of door to door I need to do, and that's like something tangible you can try to measure daily to try to hit that goal. So I would need 3.5 million sales per year to get to that goal, and then that's 70 sales a week. So each week I would only need like a 20K scope basically, and if I use that on like 45 square homes, and we're selling like 450 per square after supplements, then I would just need 4 full approvals every week, and I'll most likely, I like over calculated it, but with like a good amount of margin, but I would need to file like maybe 10 claims a week. And if I'm doing that at a close rate of 10%, then each week I would need to be face to face with 100 people. And 100 people divided by 7, that's around like 15 people per day. So if I talk to 15 people per day and I have a close rate of 10% and I'm able to hit that 10 claims, then that's how I'm gonna make the $1 million like.
I like it. So my numbers were a lot smaller. We did one house a week at 30 square. I think the number was around $450 a square. If you do one house a week, 52 weeks a year, I think it's somewhere around $214,000 a year is what you take home.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I've been a salesman in other companies. I tell you what, I didn't bring home $214,000. I know I did more than one a week.
But yeah, there's
I'm bad at math, but I've done it twice, and it came out to the same things. I had to done something right. I'm like, hang on a minute now. Now if I triple that.
There's people probably selling like 4 million sales a year, but they're only making like maybe 250 or 500K at the most, because the owners, they're making like over 50% of their thing. And a lot of the other owners, they're not incentivized to show the salespeople the actual numbers, because if they show the numbers, and they're the ones putting in the work every day, door knocking, and then pushing through all the rejection.
Yeah. The Corvette's in jeopardy then, man.
Yeah.
They go back to living like normal people. You know, it's being transparent is hard, but it's something you got to do if you want this to be successful. And that's why 70-30 works here. You got a couple of different, what's the word I'm looking for? You got a couple of different issues that have to work just right. You got to be transparent, and you can't live out of your means. If you live outside of your means, it can't work for you. And it's not for everybody. I'm not saying my model's better. I'm just saying this is the model that I like. 50-50, it's awesome, man. Good job, guys. Y'all killed it. 20, 50-50, good job for you guys. Hey, I like it. I just got a different model. And I don't want every salesman in the world. I just want the ones who align with top pitch. What are we, 6 days before the contest starts? So we've got 8 interviews tomorrow. We're probably gonna, man, I'm feeling good about it. I know you guys are feeling good about it. Everybody wants 20 stacks. We're close. I've had a lot of questions. Hey, how are you gonna stop guys from coming in that have 20 leads or 10 houses before they got here? We're gonna verify all door knocks set after March 1st. It's got to be started. That door's got to be started March 1st and after. So we're gonna do a quality check with the homeowners to see how the service was provided, how they were treated, and that's how we'll verify that it all starts after March 1st. But man, I'm giving y'all the game. There ain't no telling what y'all gonna come up with now.
But yeah, I think that's fair, because it gives everyone an equal opportunity. Like whether you're new to sales, as long as you're door knocking and you're able to get those numbers up, then you have just as much of an opportunity compared to someone who's been selling and building up a pipeline of referrals.
Right.
And let's say even if you're just super competitive with someone and you guys are both at like 30 deals in a month,
Yeah.
you're still going to make 70-30 off of those deals. So you're still going to be making a boatload of money.
And guys,
More.
So I don't think second place is going to be complaining that much because they're going to be making a lot of money regardless.
man, the
So.
contest is cool, but we're not going to lose track of the goal is.
He walked into that, but I couldn't help it.
The contest is cool, but we're not going to lose track of what we're trying to do. We're trying to show people that 70-30 is real. And what better way than to throw in a competition and let's see who can get it. But not only are you going to win 20 grand doing it, you're going to see that 70-30 is real.